Steven Seagal, the action star who could beat up any other martial artist in the Hollywood business. Steven Seagal, the man that claimed the founder of aikido, sought him out and brought him over to Japan to learn from the headmaster. Steven Seagal, the guy that claimed to do Mafia hits for the mob, and that's how he made his cash before he actually got into the movie business. Steven Seagal, the man that opened up his own aikido dojo in Japan and fought off the Yakuza and gained their respect. Steven Seagal, the man that once claimed he not only trained the CIA, but was a part of the CIA, worked for the White House to help secure the White House, and was a Navy SEAL. And through all of these lies, also claimed that he was a deputy sheriff on the side for over 20 years, and A&E gave him his own TV show.
I make a living in the movies, but for the past 20 years,
11825 code 6.
I've also been a cop. My name is Steven Seagal, Deputy Sheriff.
But let's get into what is real and what is actually fake when it comes to Steven Seagal's life. And before we do, hit that like, share, and subscribe. And if you like the merch, you can find it down below. Shop at the store, teespring.com.
You guys got fat while everybody starved on the street. It's my turn. You come with me. I'm at the Plaza Hotel. You're welcome. You're all welcome!
Now, I'm not going to lie. When Steven Seagal first busted on the scene, my dad was really impressed with his movies Above the Law, which Steven Seagal claims that this was loosely based on his actual life, in that it was more of a documentary on his life than it was a film for him. Right. The man that once claimed that all of the martial artists in Hollywood, including Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Michael Jai White, Jean-Claude Van Damme, weren't real martial artists because they never really proved themselves, and he could probably beat them in a real martial arts fight with aikido.
I mean, Steven, for real, if he was on the street and there was a situation, you wanted this Hollywood guy by your side because he could defend himself. It's that hard to think of a legit one?
Can you think of one?
Michael Jai White.
Can I laugh in your face?
Really? It's on Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Can I laugh in your face?
Chuck Norris?
I mean, Chuck is in his mid-70s. He's probably 76 years old, okay?
Now, I don't know if at the time Steven Seagal knew this, but Chuck Norris actually competed and held world records for quite some years and had the fastest roundhouse kick on the martial arts tournament scene. Also, Bruce Lee went on to open up his own dojos, make a whole bunch of different styles, and make his own style, Jeet Kune Do. And Michael Jai White was also one of those ones that actually competed in tournaments. After saying all this, Jean-Claude Van Damme went to go confront Steven Seagal and basically challenge him to a real fight, and he fled before Jean-Claude Van Damme could even find him. But I think the one thing that my dad liked, and along with myself, I will be honest, I kind of like the brutal part of his martial arts. Like, he was breaking limbs, breaking arms, taking out people's backs, basically killing them. And it was just one of those things where I was just like kind of impressed as a kid. You're watching this and you're just like, ooh, that was savage, you know. And while the other actors really didn't play that kind of role, I think that's why a lot of people were impressed by what Steven Seagal did. Now, let me take you back down. As far as him opening his own dojo in Japan and teaching the CIA and all that, that was not true. His wife that he had married from Japan, actually, it was the family dojo, and he helped run and manage it, but for the most part, he didn't open it, nor did he fight off the Yakuza. And if you don't know who the Yakuza is, well, they're basically like the Mafia in Japan. You mess with them, you're going to end up dead, allegedly. And Steven Seagal actually was being extorted by the Mafia, and he had to pay two separate families all at one time, which was the Gambino family and the Colombos, who was ran by Sonny Franchise. And I tried to reach out to Michael Franchise, his son, to try to see if these allegations were true. and that they did basically get money from Steven Seagal while he was making movies. I mean, we're talking a man that went from $18 million a film to down to like 2.5 million because his shine as a martial artist and great movie maker was just down the drain. I mean, this guy lied so much and so many people believed him that hell, I feel like I could have lied and said, I met Lucky Luciano and worked for him and was the underboss of his whole family. I mean, come on, picture that. And not only that, when it came down to it, the only time that this man really told the truth was when he got summoned to be a witness and testify against both Sonny Franchise and Jules Nassau and basically put them behind bars. And that's probably about the only time that Steven Seagal told the truth. This actor brought a lot of the 80s and 90s action stars together in one movie, and that's going to be The Expendables. Now, Sylvester Stallone did reach out to Steven Seagal and pitched him the movie and told him that if the movie was successful, it was going to keep going on with sequels. This is a pretty big franchise, and Steven Seagal turned it down, claiming that he didn't like one of the producers on the movie, which in reality, I think he was scared of getting confronted by all the guys that he basically said were absolute horrible martial artists, couldn't fight, and were only Hollywood legends in movies. I really think that's the real reason why Steven Seagal turned this movie down, but I really feel that this could have probably brought back his career for fans who actually liked him, although he probably would have had to lose a little bit of weight. And also, there were rumors that he liked to beat up stuntmen, and while on the scene of one of his movies, Gene Lebell challenged him because Steven Seagal went around bragging that he is immune to chokeholds and that nobody could get him in one, and if they did, he could break out of them. Now, being immune to chokeholds, that's hilarious. But Gene Lebell took on this challenge. Not only did he put Steven Seagal to sleep, but Gene actually made him shit his pants. But if you ask Steven Seagal, he says that that never happened. But if you ask everybody else, including Gene himself, who said it on the Joe Rogan show, these rumors and the story were actually true. And I find that hilarious. Steven Seagal is the only actor that I know that when it came to him auditioning females to have spots in his movies, he requested that they had private sessions. And when it wasn't private and somebody came along with them, he would ask that female to come back later on, and she was quote unquote guaranteed the part if certain favors were performed. Now, to me, this was absolutely disgusting and made me lose all respect. I mean, I lost a lot of respect for Steven Seagal way back in the days, but this man just like totally was just inappropriate and disrespectful to all females. And this guy just walked around like he was God, like he was Rinpoche. Oh, wait, he was. He was actually given the title Rinpoche. I mean, this guy has done some incredible things for being one of the biggest liars in Hollywood. And the part that kills me is that after all these SA allegations, this man still went on to have a really good career, which, by the way, all those allegations were settled out of court before any of these women could actually take him to court to convict him. He settled everything and then fled to other countries while the heat was on. And when the heat calmed down, he would come back, make movies, had his own TV show, which I still think is absolutely insane. I don't think I ever seen him running in this show. I don't know how he has gone on so long without being behind bars, especially with over a dozen SA allegations and R allegations against him. So it's just crazy to me. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Peace.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.